Okay, since I cannot stop talking about Wheel of Time, I wanted to talk about one of the things that happened last episode with Moiraine and Siuan and really dig into their disagreement that they had with what to do with the dragon. Let's get into it. Okay, so I want to reiterate that I am very much a non-book person theorizing, right? I am working with limited information, even though I have become so obsessed with the lore that I've looked up certain things and I know the answer to certain things. I'm not really like a detailed, heavy book person. So we just talking about the show. We talking about the show. So remember this whole entire fight, this whole disagreement that they had with what to do with goddamn Rand. Remember what Moiraine said. Moiraine was supposed to find the dragon, and Siuan was supposed to get the tower ready to follow him. Because the issue is that, yes, we are looking for the dragon. The dragon's always going to be a man, apparently. But Aes Sedai, they gentle male channelers who, especially, fake dragons, false dragons, they're just like, bitch, we gonna nip that shit in the bud. Men not supposed to channel. Y'all gonna go crazy anyway. They still them. They gentle them. So it's just like, we gotta find him and confirm him before that shit happens, right? But okay, so let's get into it. Because did Moiraine even tell Siuan that Rand was a dragon? Like, this land, like, she knew that Moiraine was running around trying to find him, right? And that she found these kids, and one of them could be they strong as hell. But I mean, I don't think Moiraine told Siuan that they didn't defeat the Dark One at the Outer World, or none of that shit that was going on. Siuan didn't know what had happened, or that Rand was the dragon running around with his friends thinking that he's dead. Like, I don't know. Like, she's been operating from a place of, like, girl, there are a lot of things going on. The Emerald is operating from a place of, like, girl, there are a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on at the same time. Like, control. Like, I think her thing is, like, bitch, things are out of control and we need control. So like that, but at the same time, that's what's going on. Now, Moiraine is stilled. Lan tells the Emerald that Rand is a dragon. I'm sure she's thinking, I'm sure the Emerald is thinking, if Lan knows, obviously Moiraine knows, but who else knows? And so what I'm talking about with control, she's like, bitch, shit is getting out of hand, just from the Emerald's perspective, right? Then remember when the Emerald said, okay, you got him running around here, but what if the Forsaken get to him? And it's like, these are all very valid points. These are very valid points because, girl, Lanfear and Ishamael already got to his ass. 2 of them. So it's like, yeah, like, obviously I'm siding with Moiraine in this, just like, obviously. But I do see what Siuan is talking about. I do understand, like, her franticness. It feels like she was operating from, like, almost near frantic kind of place, but it was understood. I'm not saying it was hysterical, but it's like she feels the pressure of everything in a way that's different from the way that Moiraine feels it, if that makes sense, So essentially, Siuan is like, girl, shit is crazy, shit is out of control. You're stilled, you can't control the dragon. We need to finally just reel it in, follow the laws that we should have been following this fucking whole time, and control the dragon. And it's like, okay, girl, I mean, even though, like I said, I'm siding with Moiraine, I do understand why Siuan's acting like this. So now when it comes to Moiraine, at this point, Rand isn't just the dragon to Moiraine, right? At the Emerald seat, Rand is just a dragon. She don't know this motherfucker. You just a dragon. But Rand is more than that to Moiraine. So, she wanted to respect the fact that he's trying to protect his friends by telling them that he was dead. She also wants to make sure that prophecy is fulfilled. Remember, in the show, they were talking about, like, he's going to be bannered in the sky with fire or some shit over Fawn. So handing him over to the Emerald isn't really the plan that makes sense to her. She doesn't think that the tower is ready for all of that, and they really are not. Like I said, Leandrin can't wait to get her hands on men to gentle them and still them. Like, you know what I mean? The Aes Sedai still peoples. So it's like, you really got to confirm that this motherfucker's the dragon, She said that Siuan has enemies all over the tower. The Aes Sedai, especially Red Aja, they want to steal and gentle any man who can channel. Like I said, who's to say they won't try to steal him and succeed, especially if they cannot prove beyond the shadow of a doubt quickly that Rand is truly the dragon. If you can't do that shit quick and you can't be convincing, you can't convince the people, you know, then it's Siuan, you haven't convinced these people because, you know, but at the same time, Siuan needed more information. But you know what I mean? Like, if the tower's not convinced, they gonna gentle his ass. So he can't stay here. So Siuan is thinking about what could happen if the dragon, if he was out there, wandering out there. We don't have control over no situations. We won't have control over him. The fate of the entire world will be up in the air. So, you know, the Amyrlin probably feels like they're losing grip on what's happening, especially with all the events going on. There's false dragons, the real dragon, Sean Chan, now the Forsaken waking up. It's a lot going on. She can feel it. But like I said, Moiraine sees all this, but feels it in a different way. All of these things are signs, obviously, that the last battle really is about to be here. We know that Rand is a dragon for real. So in her mind, from my understanding, Moiraine is just like, let's make sure that prophecy is fulfilled in Farm. Like, obviously, we need more things to be in place. We need more power and more people to be convinced that Rand is really the dragon, because the Amyrlin seat, whatever, White Tower, obviously don't have enough power to fight off the Forsaken. Remember when even the Amyrlin was trying to spar with Lanfear, and Moiraine was like, girl, don't do that shit. Moiraine was like, don't do that shit. So even if y'all want to keep him here, even if you can't, even if you feel like, oh, Rand needs to be held by the Amyrlin, there's two major problems with that. I mean, many problems, but the two I'm gonna say is that, first of all, y'all might steal him. The Red Aja might sneak in that home and be like, bitch, steal this false ass fucking dragon. And the second thing is that Lanfear and them, the fucking Forsaken, is gonna come in the White Tower. They gonna, if they want to, they gonna come for land. They gonna come for Rand. And the thing is that y'all do not have the power to stop the Forsaken at all. So I think Moiraine is approaching it from like, girl, we need to just make sure things are falling in place. We need to make sure that prophecy is being fulfilled. We need to make sure that these things are happening to confirm that he's really the dragon, to get things moving. I mean, even if we have to try and navigate how to interact with the Forsaken, because if we keep him here, if we stop shit, it's just like y'all gonna fuck him up, or the Forsaken gonna come to get his ass anyway. So all this shit that you doing don't even matter. And obviously, the Amyrlin saw that firsthand when Lanfear came in there and just rocked her shit. I mean, just rocked her shit. You know what I mean? So I'm very interested to see like where this is going to go, because I love Moiraine and Siuan as friends, as a damn couple, as you know. I really love it, but they're both so headstrong, and I think I love that about them. But we obviously see here how that can clash. Obviously, this is not the end of them, but and also I think it's interesting what Lanfear said about the Amyrlin being she said a broken Amyrlin is better than a dead one. So obviously she has plans, or the Forsaken, the Dark, whatever, have plans maybe like to use her as a symbol of like, hey girl, we gonna come rock y'all shit. Man, I don't know, but like obviously there are plans, or there's ideas going off in Lanfear's head, or the Dark's head. So it's just I really see why the fight happened. I see what Siuan is saying, but because of the information that we have, following Rand around and Moiraine around, everybody around for the whole entire season, the shit that Siuan didn't see, just because of, Rand being actually the dragon and these prophecies needing to be fulfilled, I am siding with Moiraine on this one, even though it's so heartbreaking to see them split up. So let me know what you think about all this. Love y'all so much, and I will catch y'all later.